what we're seeing happen with artificial intelligence. And can I just encourage you, if you're in the room and you're thinking, gosh, everyone's talking about AI, and I still don't feel like I've got a grasp on the basics, I feel like I've been left behind, can I encourage you? You're not left behind yet, okay? It's time to move, right? But the reality is everyone's figuring this stuff out. I was chatting with a colleague last year. She was speaking at a conference that I was at in Sydney. But she was speaking at this event for school principals, and she was brilliantly irreverent, which works well with school principals because they're just like, give it to me straight, no nonsense, right? And so she took to the platform talking about AI, the impact on education and policy, and something she said at the beginning of her speech, she said, right now AI is a little bit like teenage sex. I'm like, oh goodness, where are we going to go here? She said, truly it is. Everyone's talking about it. No one much is really doing it. No one's doing it well. And there's a whole bunch of safety issues involved. I'm like, that is so true in terms of where AI is at right now. There's a lot of talk, but not as much substance as you might assume. So if you feel like you've been left behind, don't stress, but now is the time to move. One of the ones I'm focusing on really carefully right now in terms of the impact of AI is the shift from something that many of us know really well, which is SEO. Search engine optimization. How do you stand out when someone's doing a Google search to find a new accountant, a new bookkeeper, a new local business? The shift from SEO to what's called AEO. AEO stands for Answer Engine Optimization. Basically, this describes the trend we're seeing, this tidal shift toward people using things like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini to find a new accountant, a new bookkeeper, a new local business or service provider. Now, here's the challenge. This is a very different game. How do you make sure that when someone's using an AI model to do research, you come near the top of the search? In fact, you're going to get a sense of how big a deal this is as a tidal trend. This is what we're going to see search look like over the coming 4 to 5 years based on industry modeling. So organic search continuing to taper off, AI-driven search taking off very, very quickly. And so the challenge then, not just for everyone in the room, but you think about your clients. What does this mean for them? How do they stand out when this is increasingly how people are doing search and brand discovery? How do you become relevant in that environment? A tool I came across a few months ago, which I used myself, I found it incredibly valuable. I thought I'd share with you, is a thing called an AEO grader. What this does, you can put your business name or a product or service name into this, and it will basically give you a sense of how you are performing right now when people are using AI models to do research, whether it's ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or Perplexity. So, in fact, I'll give you a QR code for this because I'd encourage you not just to try this for yourself, share this with some of your clients. Because this is, again, it's front of mind for every industry vertical right now. It's grappling with how do we get ready for that era of discovery and search.